In between the highway to diabetes butter cakes and the legendary pools that disappear twice a day are 10 places that we think you'll absolutely love about this region of France, so let's get right into it. Kicking off this list is the largest monolith site in the world of Carnac. This is where over 3,000 ancient stones called menhirs have stood for thousands of years. We know they were put here roughly 6,300 years ago, but their precise purpose is still one of the greatest archaeological mysteries in the world. These stones have been standing here since before the Great Pyramid of Giza was built and is the second oldest archaeological site in France. Up next is the city of Vannes, which is located in the far southwest of the region. This medieval fortified city is home to 170 well-preserved half-timbered houses that make up the core of the downtown. If you look closely, you will notice that many were cleverly built top-heavy centuries ago to dodge a medieval property tax, which was calculated only by the area of the ground floor. The gardens and the lavoirs are by far our favorite part of town, as you can capture the best views of the city all in one frame of view. With a population of just 55,000, it's the perfect size, big enough to have tons to see, and just small enough not to be a pain in the ass to visit. 8 is Rochefort En Terre, which is part of the Association of les plus beaux villages de France. In 2016, it won Le Village Préféré des Français in a major national TV competition, instantly skyrocketing its fame. You heard me right, there are so many beautiful villages in France that they actually have a reality TV show that crowns a winner every year. This is where you can buy the best kouign-amann in France, which is that cake I mentioned in the intro. This pastry is 40% dough, 30% sugar, and 30% butter, and is as addictive as anything Charlie Sheen was on, so you need to be very, very careful. At 7, the peninsula of Crozon is one of the wild places of Brittany that just can't be overlooked. Roughly 85% of the tourists here are French, so this is still one of the best hidden gems in the region. Because of its topography and its presqu'île shape, the main draw here is outdoor adventure, and the two crowd favorites are definitely swimming and hiking the GR34 coastal trail. The crown jewel of this region is the Plage de Vierge, which has been voted one of the most beautiful beaches in Europe. To keep it preserved, humans are asked to observe it from afar so it doesn't end up looking like a walrus beach from a BBC documentary. However, walruses are still welcome on the beach. Rounding out the first half of this list is Locronan, which is the second plus beau village to make the cut. This is another village that is lost in time and a fantastic addition to any road trip. Because of the village's preservation, over 30 historical movies have been filmed here over the years because there are no visible electric cables or telephone poles to work around. During the day, the entire town is a pedestrian zone, and the vibe here is as relaxed as you will find anywhere in the world, especially when there's a hang drum didgeridoo player giving philosophical lessons about life. I have never met anyone who doesn't love sweets, and that's why the Specialties of Brittany get an honorable mention at number 5. Brittany is the capital of crêpes and its savory cousin galette, and as Faustine would say, you should punch yourself straight in the face if you don't try them. If you're in the market to shoot yourself in the tongue and the gallbladder at the same time, then this crispy pastry that makes croissants look like garbage is one you've gotta try. The New York Times has named the kouign-amann the fattiest dessert in Europe, which says a lot coming from America. Then there are all the ciders, cookies, salted butter caramel, cookies made with salted butter and salted caramel. You absolutely gotta try these specialties. If people only visit one village in Brittany, Concarneau is usually that one, and when you see it from above, it's pretty easy to see why. This fortified village is surrounded by 1,060 meters of mint-condition granite walls that attract over 1.5 million visitors annually. If there is anywhere on this list that I recommend going early, it is here because in peak afternoon during summer, it is busier than a Jimmy Buffett concert. What saves this village from being a claustrophobic nightmare is that the ramparts that surround town allow the flow of people to move smoothly and also giving you an elevated vantage point to get some cool shots of town. Kicking off the podium is the city of Saint-Malo, which is home to the pool that disappears twice a day. The tides here are among the largest in the world, and this pool completely vanishes below the waves twice a day, only to emerge as one of the most epic swimming pools you will ever see. Even Elon Musk doesn't have one of these in his backyard, and a big shout out to this pool for helping us put together our first viral short. The town itself is built to fight pirates, and from 1590 to 1594 declared itself a governing republic, functioning as a de facto city-state, which in today's time would make it just like Monaco. The city itself is a hub for water transportation, and you can cross the English Channel by speed ferry, taking you either all the way to England or to the beautiful Channel Islands of Jersey. Saint-Malo is only an hour's drive to the world-famous Mont Saint-Michel and 40 minutes from number 2 on this list, Dinan. For us, this city was the biggest surprise of Brittany, and it caught us off guard in a big way, and that's why I gotta say, if you only have time to visit one city, this is the one. Dinan has similar characteristics to Vannes, but the largest difference is its dramatic topography. There are 2 distinct sides of town that are connected by a steep street that is lined with gorgeous buildings and is so steep, slippery, and iconic that it even has its own annual race called the Jerzuel Challenge. The lower side of town is set on a river in a valley with restaurants, terraces, making it the perfect place to have dinner. The upper part of town, which is accessed by the iconic Jerzuel Street, is fortified with some of the most well-preserved medieval buildings in all of France. 2 sides of the same coin, there is more here to explore than any other city or village in Brittany, and with its many corners and unique sections, you simply do not come within 50 kilometers of Dinan and don't stop in to have a look. Capping off this list at number 1, we've got to go with the Granite Coast, because there are only 3 spots in the entire world that have pink granite like this. This coastal region of pink granite is less than 30 kilometers long, and although the largest boulder only breaks the surface by 20 meters, the granite is estimated to be roughly 4 kilometers thick. This natural wonder is a layup of a destination to visit, as it sits close to the major east to west highway, is relatively flat, and has multiple entry points so people of all levels of fitness can enjoy the views. The Granite Coast comes complete with a pink castle that has its own private island, pink lighthouse, coves and bays with plenty of swimming and kayaking areas, and all your favorite specialties from Brittany waiting for you. It is by far the most unique area in the region, and arguably the most beautiful, so that's why it gets in on top of this list at number 1. We hope you guys enjoyed this video, because if you didn't, it means you've just wasted 9 glorious minutes listening to a stranger babble on about Brittany on the internet, so justify that time spent by hitting the like button and subscribing to Planet Lens. Now go outside, because adventures don't happen at home.